Alright guys, welcome to my channel. This is Crypto Type, the inflation avoider. Well, what's been happening today? Well, by the time you watch this, it'll be tomorrow. So it's a hard one to predict at the moment. What I don't want to see is Bitcoin dropping below 120. I mean, I say that, but if it does, that then could draw out our whole Uptober for another couple of weeks, which means some of us will be getting more liquidity in through the door. We get paid monthly, and most normal people do, so it'll give an extra buying opportunity to get stocked up on those alts that you're thinking will do well in Q4. And I did say expect Uptober to begin mid-October to late October because of that September bear market that came in late that I called as well when everybody was thinking this is it. So I'm not unduly worried about the situation as it goes. If prices do start to skyrocket up onto the next leg, then fair enough. I'm well positioned anyway, and I'm happy with where I am. But if they do tumble for a bit more, which if it drops below that $120,000 mark, could cause the rest of the market to sort of panic, and there be more bargains to be had. It's a win-win really if you're in it and you're not panicking and you're not worried about prices. As far as I see it, if this, let's say, was it for alt season, I think we're all fucked anyway. So what can you do? You've just got to go with it. So there's no point worrying, there's no point panicking, because not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, by the way, but the minute you hit that sell button in panic, that is when the prices start skyrocketing up. You know how it works. So resist that urge. That's what I'll be doing, even though I don't even have that urge anyway. We think alt season will happen. We think it's going to be explosive. We expect, and so are people who are understand crypto and markets. They're confident, so there's no reason not to think it won't happen. I'm reasonably confident at that, so there's no reason to start panic selling or anything if you're hoping for a bit of a parabolic push up from your altcoins. Some of the things we talk about on this channel, Casper, is just following Bitcoin really. It's not going down on its own volition. It's not like anything that is unique to Casper. And obviously there's been talk about the issues on exchanges where they were blocking withdrawals and such. That was, I think, down to the testing and the number of transactions on Casper that these exchanges weren't able to cope with. I think they were mainly done by bots, and it was obviously a world record that was set, I think. I'm not sure whether it reached the world record actually off the top of my head. I haven't checked the stats for that, but a lot of the exchanges, they struggled to deal with Casper transactions, and that's why, as far as I'm aware, that's why people had problems withdrawing Casper. So no panic there, and none of that is affecting the price. It's just doing what it should be and what you'd expect it to do when Bitcoin is struggling. Well, it's not, I wouldn't say struggling, but when Bitcoin, as I also said, come back down again after hitting a record. I expected that, so no surprises there. And again, it was just another indicator that this October is going to be somewhat delayed compared to what people were expecting. They were expecting October the 1st, everything to go up, and it looked like that for a very brief period of time until things corrected. And we've got what I expected. Mid to late October, that's when we'll start to see prices go up. No need to panic about anything, no need to be worried, no need to be impatient. these markets are not made for impatient people. They're made to fleece impatient people. So if you've got your trigger finger ready, you're probably going to be somebody's exit liquidity anyway. And that's just the way it works. One of the things that I am lucky to know is psychology, as I've mentioned before. So I've got a good indicator of not only psychology of markets, but also your own psychology that makes you do certain things. And the only advice I can give on that, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor again, is when your urge is saying sell, that is probably the time you should be buying. What I mean by that is, I don't mean when it's like at a high, you're wondering because it's like getting a bit too high, but when things are getting so bad and you're seeing prices go through the floor and you think, oh shit, I really I'm not fucking buying here. It just makes no sense. That's probably a good time to buy. I like to buy in fear and extreme fear. I don't like buying in greed, and when it gets to that neutral greed part, when it's touching on the edge of that, I'm 50-50 about whether I want to buy anything or not. I have to wait, watch the market, see what it does next before making a decision, and that might mean getting in slightly higher even, because then prices just quickly go up onto the next leg, but at least I am leaving it and watching in those uncertain times, which is what it is when you're getting into that kind of thing. But at the moment, you're getting some good prices, and if you've got the liquidity, good to take advantage of it. And is there room for it to drop a bit more? Well, we'll just have to wait to see what Bitcoin does over the coming days. Will it go below 120k? We don't know. And if it does, will we see more prices coming down? Well, that's what usually happens, so I would imagine so. So keep a bit of powder dry, and maybe because we're all people who get paid monthly, normal people, we don't have unlimited liquidity, we just have it when it comes in. You may get a second chance to put money into the crypto market, into your favourite alts, before the pump starts. And that is the thing to stay positive about, and that is why you shouldn't be panicking at this moment in time. And as I've said, if it doesn't go on from here, we're all fucked anyway, so you'll just have to hold on to your crypto for another 4 years and hope it gets back to where it was, or panic sell. It's up to you. If it doesn't go to plan, I wouldn't worry too much about it. What I would worry about is make sure the money you've got in there is not your money that you're going to need. Make sure it's enough that you're happy to have sat there for 4 years if the worst should happen. But I don't think it will, personally. I think we are going to see some really, really decent highs, and it's what the indicators have been saying, and the people worth listening to are confident about as well. So no need to worry. Just keep waiting and maybe using it, like I said, as an opportunity to buy. Anyway, not much else to say. It's, for me at the moment, just a waiting game, and I'll be telling you in another video about my own journey and the strategy, how it's changed and why it's changed a little bit since I started. Obviously, I haven't been actually trading in crypto for a long time, but I've been following all this for a very long time, and I did have a time where I was mining things as well years back. So it's not like I've come in not knowing what this market is like. It's not like I've come in not knowing what markets are like in general, and how this is the different but the same at the same time as other markets. So I'll let you know about that journey and explain what my strategy is and how I've had to make little tweaks, because, as I've said before, I consider myself an investor, not a trader, but somebody who does a hell of a lot of trading for an investor. So, but that's just the way of the market, You've got to take advantage of opportunities when they're there, and I think this is a great opportunity as things stand, and we shall see how Q4 pans out. Anyway, guys, do take a moment to hit that subscribe button. I'm nearly at 100 subscribers now, so thank you to everybody who subscribed so far. So every subscriber helps now, getting me to that 100 mark, new level of ding or whatever, it's leveling up past 100, my first target met. And hit the like button as well, because it helps with the algorithm. And let me know in the comments, are you waiting for extra liquidity? Are you hoping it just stays as it is for now, maybe drops a bit more while you wait for extra liquidity to come in so you can get some more of your altcoins? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I shall catch you later. Bye bye.